Thank you again. Now we get to the other. And we have 6 this month. We have Carl Corson with the Fire Department, Michelle Beauchamp, Tax Collector, Josh Byron, Fire Department, Jeff Rube, Fire Department, Ruth Ellis with the Transfer Station, and Andrew McGargy from the Police Department. I'd like to wish these individuals a happy birthday and thank them for their service to the town of Milton and the townspeople of Milton. Up next we have Callie Matzo. Did I say your name right?
No, but nobody ever does. The spelling is a little weird. It's Kala.
Kala.
Like, hope we have some nice, the trees turn nice Kala this fall.
Ah.
So do you have this 2-pager that was sent? Because I have a bunch of copies.
That's this right here?
Thank you.
Yes. This has to do with the environment in the estuary. If anybody's interested, I have a lot of copies. Follow along. One chair. What I think the best thing to do is, rather than me talk while you read, I'll just let you folks read for a few minutes, and then happy to answer questions. I can sum up after you read if you'd like.
That'd be great. Yeah, just give it to him. Yeah, go ahead. If you guys are all set.
Is everyone all set?
Oh, yeah.
The Reader's Digest is, there are many who feel the estuary is in danger. I don't know if you have heard about the stories about Chesapeake Bay. It used to be incredibly vital. All the oysters, most of the oysters are gone. The blue crabs are gone. It's a huge hit to the economy. There are concerns that we might be going in that direction due to pollution of different kinds. And it's going to be a long time to make sure that while we're watching the estuary, we can see if the estuary is doing better, because a lot of towns are doing really great stuff now. They're changing the way they handle stormwater. They're reducing pollution from the wastewater treatment plants. We're doing a lot of great stuff. So we're hoping to see a recovery of the estuary. It's going to take a long time, and we know there's going to be a lot of surprises. To be able to understand why things are happening the way they are, we need monitoring funds in order to talk to managers. Maybe we're doing better than we thought, we could spend less money. Maybe we're not doing as well as we thought, we need to rethink things. So basically, this is an ask for some funds to go to PrEP, which is funded by the EPA, but we work with stakeholders. So we're not a regulatory body, we're a stakeholder-driven body. And I know that it's probably too late for 2016 for our field season, but this is going to be a long-term process, so I thought it'd be good to come and introduce myself, answer any questions, because maybe 2017 and future years you might be able to contribute.
Yeah.
And I'll stop there and answer any questions.
I was gonna say, if you're asking for it this year, it's not in the
I
budget.
kind of knew it
budget
was,
yet.
yeah, it's too late. Yeah, so I'd like to talk about 2017, and again, it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, if everything we do goes as well as possible, we're still looking at a long recovery, and we need to keep track of that recovery.
Yeah, because we ourselves are facing a infestation of European naiad in the river, which is going to take some efforts.
Did you say in the rivers or in the
In the
lakes?
great
or-
ponds.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ponds?
yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the chairman took the words right out of my mouth. You know, we have our own situation right
Yeah, I
here
mean, it's-
that we have to take care of.
Mhm.
It's just gonna take some time to digest this, so.
Sure. I think my contact information is on there.
Yep.
Feel free to call me anytime. I know it's going to take a while.
Right.
So,
Because I know the state, one second, the state's gonna be starting on coordinating in the spring for our situation here, and it's gonna be a long-term process as well. So, we're not sure what we're looking at facing for finances, financial situation there,
okay.
but we gotta make sure that we don't lose our ponds. So, Mr. Brown?
Thank you. Larry Brown, are you, if you are the one, can you speak to the tentative recovery of eelgrass? What is being done for the reproduction of oysters? Your relationship to SRPC, if you have one, and what you think about enforcement problems with the regional approach to sewer systems? You have 30 seconds.
Eelgrass is not recovering yet. It's just stopped degrading. We've gone from something like 2,400 acres in the bay, I believe, as opposed to the system, to 1,400, 1,500 acres. So it's sort of flattened out now. It's not going down, it's flattened out. Hasn't started to come back yet, though. Oysters, you know, there's an aquaculture industry that's coming up. We've gone from something like 3 oyster farms to now 15 or 16. And oyster farms are great because oysters actually filter the water as well as being good to eat. The Nature Conservancy is doing a lot of work trying to get more oysters in the water as well. But when you talk to the oyster scientists and fishermen, what you hear is that as you put the oysters in, they're getting covered up by sediment. So there's either too much sediment coming in from the rivers, or even more possible, because we've lost a lot of eelgrass, sediment gets stirred up more easily now. It's like if you had no grass on your lawn, it'd be pretty dusty, right? And the same thing is happening now. We've lost a lot of grass, the seagrass. Things get stirred up a lot more easier every time there's a windstorm. And so the oysters get covered up. So it's difficult, but a lot of people are trying. I can't speak to the Portsmouth issue. I'm trying to come up to speed on it, but right now I'm probably not the best person to talk to about that. I know that, you know, they're going back and forth. The latest I heard is that they want to stick with expanding on Pierce Island as opposed to the regional. And the SRPC, I don't know what that acronym stands for.
Stratford Regional Planning Commission.
We talked to them, they're a partner. Yeah. So, sorry I went over 30 seconds.
Pretty good. Don't oysters live in the sediment?
They live on top.
They never I dug for oysters, they weren't on top.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if they get really healthy, they can make
Can you state
up to here.
can you state your name for the record?
Eric Todd.
Thank you.
Eric, when they're really healthy, like at peak, like we were in Chesapeake Bay, you'd see walls and walls of them coming up and providing all of this habitat up in the water column. So, but yeah, they're all beneath the sediment as
I
well.
was gonna say, that's the way I remember it when I used to dig when I was young, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Anyone else, comments, questions?
Well, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we'll have to digest this, and like I said, unfortunately, we're facing a situation ourselves right now, so,
Understood.
thank you. Mr. Smith, you're up next for, talk about the transfer station stickers sales.
Yeah, you remember I came in and asked for permission to sell stickers through the town clerk's office,
Correct.
and I just needed to get a system set up and approved in order to implement that. So the system that I've come up with is, I'd like to sell stickers and have them due on the date that you register your vehicle, so you can stop once at the transfer station, at the town clerk's office. And that's the type of sticker that I'm proposing that we use. So Michelle can punch the month when the person registers their vehicle. I'd like to start that January 1st of 2017. It will take the whole year for it to cycle through, for everybody to get a sticker. So people who have a birthday in December and are not gonna register their vehicle till December will be able to dump on the 2016 sticker,
Right.
but they will purchase the 2017 sticker in December, and that'll be good until the next December. So it'll cycle through, it just takes a year to cycle through.
Right.
Once it gets set up, everybody's gonna be kinda on the same payment plan. If you register your vehicle online, it's possible to also purchase the sticker online, and Michelle would send that with the registration. Non-residents can also I guess we have non-residents that register vehicles in town as non-residents. They could also purchase their stickers through the town clerk's office. Same
Same
situation.
procedure, yeah.
You don't have to buy a sticker when your registration comes up, but you'll have to have a sticker that month. If you don't have, you have 30 days to get a sticker. You either do it with
Right.
your registration, or you have to get it by the end of the month. After the end of the month, if you don't have your sticker, you'll be refused to use the transfer station until you purchase a sticker.
But they can purchase it, you just run down to the land.
Nope, everything's gonna be done through the town clerk's office. So they have more access to stickers, as Michelle's open 5 days a week, plus she's open Thursday nights late and one Saturday a month.
Saturday month.
So you have more access. Everything will be run through E-Reg. So she'll have an accounting of every sticker, and it'll be probably better for her to keep track of that stuff than the handwritten notes that we have.
Yep.
So that's my proposal. Just looking for permission to go ahead and start that and order those stickers for 2017 and 2018. Any questions, I'll be.
Do we know the cost of those stickers made out like
It's
that?
probably gonna be about the same. I don't expect the price to go up.
Okay.
It's the
It's just a
same
different
company.
format, it's just, because they
Yeah,
still
it's just
stick them
gonna be
on.
just a little bit different sticker. It's gonna show the month and the expiration year. They'll just be punched. They'll have to match your inspection sticker, registration.
Sounds like we clean up a lot of stuff that's going on. the
Yeah,
transfer
I agree,
station.
I agree.
Yeah.
I am fine with that.
So if I have your blessing, I'm gonna go ahead and get stickers set up for 2017.
Okay.
Michelle and I will work on getting the accounts set up so that everything just transfers directly in.
Good job, Pat.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
Why are non-residents allowed to use our dump?
They either own a camp or they own a house or. And they don't live here, they camp here.
So is this a
Season.
temporary sticker that you're proposing for the non-residents, or is it?
Nope, it'll be for the year, it'll be year round.
Same as they do now, they buy a sticker for seasonals, and they buy it for the year. Bless you. Good, I'm good. I think it's good job. Okay, you're up next again for roadside cleanup day.
Yes, this is just an announcement. We have chosen April 23rd to Saturday, 9 to noon,
Yeah.
for Earth Day roadside cleanup. Just some quick facts. The first year that we did the roadside cleanup, we had 70 people volunteer and we picked up 152 bags. Last year was the second year that we did it. We had 101 people volunteer and we picked up 277 bags. This year, we're gonna have 200 people and we're gonna pick up 500 bags. So just announcing that, I'd like everybody to come out
Yep.
if they can.
I will be there.
I'm gonna have a cookout like I do.
Yeah.
You have to register at the Public Works
Yep.
barn to get the bags that are issued from
Right.
the state. And I have to keep track of miles, I have to keep track of bags, I have to keep track of people. So I have to do a report at the end of it. So everybody's welcome to do that.
Count on me. I'll be there.
The next thing I have on the agenda is the petty cash. We don't have enough money to make change for people coming in and out of the transfer station.
Right.
So we're asking to make a $100 petty cash envelope so that we can make change out of it
How will this be kept secured?
in the safe. That's where everything's kept now, until we
What's the
do.
amount you keep now, Pat?
Excuse me?
What's the amount you keep now?
We don't, we make it as we go. Actually, I make it out of my pocket for him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
you
can't
shouldn't
do
be
that.
doing Yeah.
No. Okay. What do you
So I
think,
just wanna,
Andy?
I just wanna take $100 out of what we receive in for cash,
Mhm.
smaller bills, so that I can cash 20s
Right.
or 10s. Sometimes people come in with 50s and 100s. I don't have the cash to cash them.
Right. I'm okay with it as long as it's kept secured.
Yep, no, I have this, I have the safe,
Okay.
so I have the, I'll go ahead on that.
Yep.
Okay. The next thing I have is
Cintas.
an update for the floor. I brought some pictures. The floor that that David Blozier and
Yep.
the Boy Scouts Troop 155 did. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank David Blozier and the Boy Scouts Troop 155 for their hard work and community spirit. David has set a very good example for our community.
So beautiful.
I think this is positive for the town of Milton,
Absolutely.
Troop 155, and the Milton School Department. It's not often that you see a 15-year-old young man give his school vacation and weekends for a project that promotes teamwork and community. Mr. and Mrs. Blozier, I am sure, are very proud of this young man, and on behalf of the town of Milton, so am I. David Barker is the Scoutmaster for Troop 155 and deserves a great deal of thanks also. He has shown dedication to these young men from the very beginning. Again, another fine example of teamwork and community pride, and I thank David Barker and I thank Troop 155 and David's parents, and I appreciate them very much.
As we all do.
And on behalf of David Blozier and his Troop 155, I have a check to present to the Board of Selectmen. The check is $864.18. If you'd like to hand them that check. I would recommend that this check be used to paint the second floor, buy the supplies for the second floor,
Thank you.
to finish that floor now that the floor is done.
Good job, David.
And then I'd like to take the remainder of the money, I'll suggest that we take the remainder of the money and put it in the grant line to offset matching funds for L-CHIP to give Troop 155 ownership of Project Paint second phase.
Yep. I'm good with that. That's it.
Outstanding.
I was very impressed. Very nice job.
That's all I have. Oh no, I have one more.
No, you have one more.
That's right. You all done with these? Anybody like to see the floor? Yeah, do I
To
need a
accept,
motion for
to
that?
accept the check, yes. Why don't you give me a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the check in the amount
$864.18.
$864.18 to put it towards the projects that Pat had mentioned.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Alright,
Aye.
And if you don't mind, I'd just like to read something up for David.
Yes,
too,
go ahead. Go right ahead.
For the minutes. For myself, David, I can't thank you enough for all the hard work that you and the Boy Scouts did. The floor came out absolutely beautiful, and I'm also very excited about the new paint job as well. Most young men your age, David, would not take on a project in this diameter. But right from the beginning, you had a plan and perseverance. I also want to thank you for the fundraising efforts. James, your hard work will never go unnoticed. Thanks again. And I also want to thank, of course, Pat, John, Mr. Cameron, and Home Depot for everything they've done. So thanks again.
Okay. We have one more, and this is from Betsy Baker, Director of Milton Free Public Library. Just gonna read it. It says, "To whom we concern, on behalf of the Milton Free Public Library, I want to thank Eagle Scout candidate David Blozier for his hard work refinishing the floor of the upstairs room in a short 4 months. David took his idea from an offhand comment to completion in order to accomplish this. David first wrote a proposal which he had presented to several boards, including the leaders of this troop, Milton Troop 155, trustees of Milton Free Public Library, the Milton Board of Selectmen, and the Boy Scout Council. The proposal was well articulated and easy to understand. The Board of Selectmen also asked David to meet with Milton's Public Works Director, Pat Smith, and members of the community to make sure that the project was feasible. David spoke well at every meeting and understood the complexities of this project, ultimately receiving all the proper permissions to move ahead. David then organized and conducted a successful pancake breakfast fundraiser to purchase equipment and supplies for the floor project. In addition to the breakfast, David also solicited donations and advice from local businesses. Finally, David had to oversee the project. David and his volunteer scouts pulled up carpet, emptied the furniture from the room, and stored it. Sanded and applied 3 coats of urethane to the floor. And then she goes on to say, "Did I mention that David is 15, going to school full time?" Again, well done. Very well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, on to Cintas.
Yep. I gave you a copy of the contract.
Yes.
If you had a chance to look it over, just need your blessing, yes or no. It's $50 a week, and it provides uniforms for everybody.
How many pair?
5 and
5,
5,
okay.
one jacket. And then the only one that's gonna go 11 and 11 is Wade, because his stuff gets nasty and has to go be cleaned.
Right.
who do you have, I mean, this is just a continuing contract?
We don't have anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody?
Do you have this? Do you have this in your budget?
Yeah. I called 5 references. I've got good reviews up from all 5 references. Talked to 3 public works directors, and I talked to 2 private businesses.
Yeah. I'd like to table this for now.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
Questions on it? I just want to read it over.
I just wanna read it.
Okay. Okay?
Okay?
Andy, what do you wanna do?
Well, I mean, I personally don't think it's fair for you know, the people that we employ here to ruin their own clothes. You know, for one, their pay is terrible, and, you know, do they get boot allowances or anything?
Just boot, $100 a year for boot.
So, I mean, I personally, if Pat has this in his budget, I mean, we supply the police with uniforms,
Right.
we supply the fire department with uniforms. I think we should do the same for the public works. It's my only personal opinion.
How soon would this start, Pat?
It would be, I haven't even sat down with the rep to go any farther than this, because I needed approval from you. I got the quote, what you see the quote
Mhm.
is what it's gonna be. That's a hard number. It's $2.91 a week per person.
Right.
The only one that's different is, again, be Wade.
Wait.
And Wade would be $8.52.
No, I mean, Andy, what you say carries a lot of weight, because you're right. You know, it doesn't take long to destroy clothes in that line of work.
You said you've used other companies before, right?
Excuse me?
You've used other companies before.
I've used three other companies before.
So this isn't something new?
No,
Right.
I just was not happy with the service of, the first company got sold out, and I had two other companies, and the service wasn't very good.
Mhm.
And so we terminated contracts with the other two. And we were gonna try to go to a different route, but we found that purchasing clothes is gonna be a lot more money than leasing them at $2.91 a week.
Right.
I mean, I personally, I know this company, we use them in the city of Portsmouth. You
And
know,
how are they down there?
oh, very good, very good. So,
Yeah. Okay. Let's make a motion to accept the contract.
I'll make that motion to accept this contract.
Can I be authorized to sign the contract? Or would you like to sign it yourself?
Pat should be able to sign
Yeah,
the contract.
Yeah.
you can sign it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yep. Yep. Mr. Brown?
Yeah. Before David leaves, the library trustees only exist when we meet later this month. But we are not unaware, Betsy tells us, we see things for ourselves. And there are very simply 4 things: time, history, community, and the people who do the work to make the history important and keep the community running. And thank you.
Thanks again, David.
Thank you.
We
Thank
have
you,
a
guys.
scout meeting we need to leave for.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
take care.
Have a good evening.
You too, thank you much.
See you, James.
Okay, next we have a contract for Sanders Searches LLC. That's you, Michelle.
Yep, is renewing contract,
Yep.
renewing your term. Has been budgeted for,
Is it the same as last year, or?
same as the last 5 years minimum.
Okay. Because we don't have last year's in front of us, so I was asking.
Need a motion, right?
Yep, need a motion to
Yeah,
accept
make a
it.
motion to accept the Sanders contract.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'm assuming we all have to sign this.
If you want to do that, just go to PD, I think you have it over there.
Oh, right.
It's over there.
Yeah. I should bring that in the selectmen's comment. Just bring it up, so. That's just an FYI, it's nothing you can do about it. So,
Well, the selectmen have to approve paying it, right?
Yeah, okay, got one other thing which we'll bring up while we're here before we get into the rest of it, is received in the mail from Stafford County Commissioners. This is, I'll read it, encloses your agency's dispatch capital assessment fee for 2016. Please note that the fee remains the same rate as for the last 6 years. This level funding of the assessment is due to several factors, which are a fee based on a multiple year capital plan, county continuing to pay certain operational costs which had been previously paid for by capital fund, conservative use of monies for necessary upgrades, repairs, and equipment. As noted in our assessment, the letters from the last several years, we believe the assessment should be relatively stable for the next few years, barring any unforeseen events. This is for the police dispatch assessment year 2016. Total due 2016 is $6,528.82. Police services comes to $5,177 with base rate of $16.94.95, and then they give a 5% discount, which brings it down to $65.28.82. So this is an invoice we have to approve.
It's already spent, right?
It's for 2016. Yeah, we've got
Yep,
to.
so I'll make a motion to, what account, it's come out of the police account, right?
Yes.
Do you know what
Police.
line, no.
Off the
Richard
top
should
of-
have been here to, and I had some notes on this, but, I'll make a motion to, have the Richard, chief,
Yeah.
pay this invoice out of his budget.
I'll second that.
Just state the amount to the motion. That's all.
And the invoice amount for $6,528.82.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll give this to you. Okay. Approval of the minutes.
You fellows read them?
Yes.
I read them too, online.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion to accept the February 17th, 2016 regular minutes as written.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Also, make a motion to accept the February 17th non-public minutes as written, first session.
I'll second it.
I noticed the date for, that's in there is incorrect.
What date?
I corrected it, that's the corrected one. The original version says February 1st,
Okay,
but it should be the 29th.
good pickup. So accept them as amended.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And lastly, February 17th non-public second session as written.
Okay, and I will abstain for that one.
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I abstain. There you go. Okay. Expenditure report, we got that today. There's really not much to say till after we figure out what we got to work with for a budget. Won't know that till tomorrow.
Do you need these signed too?
What's that?
Do you need these signed too?
If that's a second session, I can't sign that.
Okay.
'Cause-
Oh, right, yep,
yep, that's why I abstained from that.
yep.
So, administrative comments.
Not much to say. I looked at the expenditure reports and most of the accounts are pretty low in terms of percentage spent, so
Good.
looks like we're pretty good.
All right. Selectmen comments, Andy?
The only thing I have. The only thing I have is, as we all know, tomorrow is Election Day. I urge voters of Milton to support Article 2 for the fire station. Each and every vote counts. There are so many reasons that the current building is in need of being replaced. We all have homes, we all have mortgages, and it's our job as taxpayers to give these men and women the proper tools to do their jobs. This is not a want, this is a desperately need. So please come support our community by voting yes on Article 2. For our firefighters and EMTs, it's time they have a decent and safe, healthy environment to come home to after been out saving lives. Maybe one day even your own. So I just want to say, please come and vote tomorrow. You know, they really deserve, you know, a decent building. So we need to move forward with this and put it to bed, and you know, we'll figure it out. So that's really all I have.
Mike?
Nice job, Andy. I took the words right out of
Yeah,
my
no,
mouth.
it's,
Yeah,
I think all three of us had the same sentiment on that.
yeah. So, in talking with a few people in town, we've had a few interviews, if you will. One of the things that sparked the interest of the public was to add another duty to the selectmen. Right now, we do the first and third meeting of the month. So we've constantly said the communication thing is just always hard to get a grasp on. We have it on the website. We've used the MetroCast system here, inviting people to the meetings. Some people can't make it to them. That's why that was such a big hit. So I'd like to add one more. I'm going to call this the public forum outreach, where we dedicate ourselves one selectman per month. So one selectman will go every 3 months before doing this again. But reach out for a public forum. It would take some work to set it up.
Yeah.
But I think it worked out really well. There was a lot of good questions asked. There was a lot of good discussion. And I think it might work out pretty well. So what do you think, guys?
Well, I'm all for
I
that.
mean, if elected, we could work on it more, but I'd like, if not elected, then I'd like to leave this with you. You guys can hash out all the details on how you'd like to do that.
Right. No, I think it's a good idea. I mean, like you said, we're always looking for other avenues.
Yeah, it would be
And-
one more duty as a selectman to do that. But you'd be doing it once every 3 months,
Yes, I mean, it's not unsurmountable.
4 times a
Yeah.
year,
Yep.
right?
Probably similar to the, I noticed in the elementary school, it says coffee with the principal. It's probably similar to that, you know, where you go and talk about the issues. And
Right, but that would go there. We're talking about outside of here,
Right.
reaching out.
Yep, yep.
Good, Larry.
Right. Okay.
Z? Oh, yeah, no, I had that on mine, okay. So, you'll get it.
Okay.
So, the other thing is that, we don't know, right now, we don't have a beautification program. I think it'd be another good task for the Economic Development Committee to work on, for downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown's pretty much a, you know, we want best,
Rundown.
yeah, we want better for it. I've had other words for it in the past. However, maybe some outreaching of that too, through the Economic Development Committee, and reporting back to the board.
Mhm. What do you envision with that as far as?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's an odd setup down there. I like, you know, when I first came to the town, you know, that Helping Hands store was a butcher shop, not a, it's a meat store. It was like a little variety
Right.
of meat
Yeah,
store
right.
there. If I could just buy my meat there, it'd be nice to see something like Fiddleheads move in there, you know. And looking to get, I'm actively looking for businesses for that Citgo station.
Right.
That's a big hit. You know, we lost this year during the course of the winter, the Snowmobile Club. That was a big hit for them too.
Oh,
There was
sure.
no place, there was a place for them to gas up, get a hot cup of coffee or some breakfast,
Yep.
and head off to the lake. So, if elected, I mean, the person who sits in the seat, if I don't make it, should carry on these tasks anyway. So also, and the last I want to mention, I mentioned it at Meet the Candidates Night, and this way it's on the camera there, that I have withdrawn my seat, or my proposed seat for the ZBA.
Oh,
that
that
was the-
that was the Z.
What?
Was that the
That was the Z.
Okay.
Right. So I've withdrawn so please, don't put my name or check my name off there, please.
Anything else? Or?
No, that would be all. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Mike. I don't have anything. The only thing I had was that,
Dispatch.
what's that?
Dispatch.
Dispatch, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember one thing. In my weekly report, I mentioned it. Town hall credit card was in Liz's name, so we currently don't have a card. So I don't know. I mean, given we don't know who will be the town administrator or
Right,
whatever.
so we'll just put it
Do we put it in somebody else's name, or do we hold off and
Hold
wait,
off.
or
Yeah.
it's up to the board?
I'd say, my suggestion, to hold off right now. And,
until after the
Yeah.
hire anyway.
Most places will take invoices, you know.
right,
Yeah. If we had to, we could use one of the department heads.
Right, right.
Credit card.
I mean, there's one right downstairs.
Yeah, I was
Be
saying,
used.
run
Yep.
right down and see Karen.
Okay, public comments.
Grievance.
Grievance or comment?
A grievance. I made discovery the
Okay,
other week.
can you just state your name for the record again?
Eric Todd, I talked to you on the phone previous to this week,
Yes, you did.
that the right-of-way had a quick claim without me getting due notice. I'm supposed to be notified when a budding property has a claim going on it, and I wasn't. Now I have a parking issue and some pretty violent neighbors. They're not allowing me room to park. They're not allowing the city to do its job to remove the snow at the end of the road where it's supposed to go, and has been going since I moved in here. And it needs to be overturned, and I'm appealing that decision to let that claim be given. I have a claim on that property. I'm the one that moved 10 trees off the side of that right away. They've never done any repairs to it. The only thing they've done to it is block the town from doing their job.
Where
And
is
it
this, sir?
a right of way
Tappan
on my
Court.
deed is
Tappan
Tappan
Court.
Street. Not
Tappan Court right down here.
It's Tappan Street on my deed. I have a right of way on that, 147 feet of right of way, not 20 feet of it. I'd like it to be brought to your attention and resolved, please.
Okay.
And as a disabled veteran, I'd like to have the disabled exemption adopted in this town.
Okay, well, that would have to go to vote, be adopted.
I want a petition to be voted upon.
It's too late for this year. Voting's
Next year, I
tomorrow.
want to start on it right now. Do I have a second anywhere?
It's too late this year, it'd have to be tomorrow's voting. I do have an application here if you want to take it for the exemption you're talking about.
I was told it had been denied and it'd come back denied. By the lady that stands at the front of the desk there.
Kathy, do you know the-
Mr. Todd, and it was for the veterans, and
No,
unfortunately,
I'm talking about the disabled exemption that
the
is
disabled
reserved.
event, we have never
I know, that's
adopted.
why I'm trying to tell you, it needs to
Right,
be
and we
adopted.
talked about it, remember?
Right, it's not up
Yeah.
to me to do your job.
No, it's not my.
Okay, hold it, let's
no,
keep it civil.
People
Keep it
have,
civil. Keep it civil.
people
I'm
have,
disabled, I'm a veteran, I did my part for this country,
Thank you.
and now I'm being denied my rights.
all right, and what you have to do to
Social
get,
Security standard says I have an entitlement to that.
I understand that, but the state of New Hampshire
It's a federal mandate.
has a disability exemption. The town of Milton has not accepted it or voted on it. So we do not have it available in the town. Mr. Todd was in prior to this meeting here a few months ago. And what he'd have to do is petition to put a warrant article on next year's vote in order to adopt the disability exemption.
Right.
Is that something you're willing to do?
It's a mandate. It's already federal law. Why does it have to be mandated at such a low point in the political process? Federal law supersedes state and local law, period.
It has to be adopted by the towns in order to be enforced by the towns, in order to get the money back from the towns, or get the exemption from the towns.
So adopting it would supersede the state and federal, which
Yes.
local towns can do.
Yes, yes.
Federal law supersedes state and local government.
But a town can be more stringent in
Correct.
adopting state
You
and
should
federal
discriminate
laws.
against the disabled, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I'd say that.
That's what it comes across
You
to
need,
me.
you need to put it on the ballot. It takes, what, 25 signatures?
25
Yeah, for a petition.
signatures
Get
of
a
registered
petition going. I'm
voters.
not saying you can't have it, get a petition going. Right now, we haven't adopted it, okay, so we don't have it.
So it's not up to the founders or the town administrators to do this for me as my representatives.
Not at this point, no. You need to get a petition together, 25 signatures, to have it put on the ballot for 2017.
I think, if I'm hearing you correct, the board can put it on next year. I mean, instead of going through the petition process, if you want to do it that way, if the board was willing to,
I was
Put it on there for-
We have to
appreciate
adopt
that,
it
sir.
first, right?
no, we'd have to put it on the ballot
Yeah,
to be adopted.
okay.
So, I mean, we could put it on the ballot
Yeah.
for next year, I mean, without you having to go to the petition. But it's too late doing anything this year, I mean, voting's tomorrow.
The thing is I paid my taxes this year and now I'm out of money.
Understand?
I get $12,000 a year and they're gone. I worked in good faith for that money from Social Security, yet they only use my workman's comp, not the true hours worked. And I can't get them to do anything either for me.
That's nothing we have any control over.
I know, but what is a man in my position to do?
Well, I can only speak for myself here, but I would be willing to bet, put that on the ballot next year to adopt that. And I know there have been some other exemptions that have gone through in the past for different issues, and they've been adopted, so I would be willing to bet this would be as well.
Well, I'm needy, sir.
I understand that.
I need all kinds of help. I can't afford glasses. I can't afford medical for this and this. So are you killing me?
No.
Doesn't seem so. It's working for me.
You go-
I've done nothing but try to help every way I can. I reported when the train track was up downtown during a hurricane a few years ago. The only person I know of that reported that. Now, my mind is set in the safety of this town and the people that live here from now until the end of time to be handled in the proper course.
Understand?
And I am trying my best to try to get it done. Now, I'm sorry if I don't understand all your political jargon, but I am trying.
No, I understand that. I understand. It's, if this was brought to us sooner, before the warrants were put together, we probably could have got on this year. It's too late at this hour to get it on for this year.
Okay, then I'll leave it as I'm appealing this quick claim deed.
We can look into that, but I mean, I don't know where that would fall.
We'd have to do some more research on that road.
Yep.
I was under the impression the road was discontinued.
Nobody advised me by
Right.
due process, which requires certified mail.
It was a town road though, it wasn't your property when it was a town road.
Right, so I was denied due process when it was forfeited, and I was denied due process when it was claimed.
I really don't know anything about this claim that you're talking about. and
Why
this-
do my neighbors think they own the
I
land?
understand there is a dispute, I understand there's a dispute going on there. But what I'd have to do is do some more research. As it is right now, their deed does not show that we deeded them anything. So we have not
Please
deeded,
refer that to the police so that they can move that car out of my parking way,
well,
so that I don't have to crank
And
my
I-
neck
and I-
around and hurt my neck more than it already is.
Okay,
Because as
but-
I broke my neck in 1993, I'm not able to keep turning my head around to see where I'm going.
okay. But I looked at your deed and I am not seeing any right-of-ways on your deed for that road either. So we have a road there that is not in use by the town any longer. And
Right.
at this point, I cannot verify anybody other than the town still having rights to that.
Right, the usage of the town is to be able to use it for plowing, not to be plowing in my road, not to be plowing onto my property, over my services, breaking the water main, deteriorating and damaging my property by the runoff.
And like I said, we will do some research on it, some further research.
I went for almost 2
Okay.
years with foul-smelling water because of it.
Okay, well, like Kathy
I don't
said,
get into it.
she'll do some research on the
I accept that.
deeding, and we'll get an answer to that.
As I told you on the phone, I'm not hard to get along with,
I-
nobody's hard to get along with me. And
I appreciate that.
felt like I was being attacked when that lady come out and her husband was up in the top window yelling at me for asking their mother to politely move their car back so I can have room to park.
Okay. I mean,
Now I've got a trespass order on me.
that's something between, that's civil. If that's between you two, that's a civil issue that we
Right,
cannot get involved in.
It was instigated by this issue of them not
Yeah.
thinking they own the land, so it needs to, they need to be told they do not own the land, and the police need to
Okay.
be told to have them cars moved out, so I
Yeah,
have
that's,
right away.
that is a civil issue, so that's something that we cannot get involved in
The
civil
right of way is
matters.
a civil issue?
No, I'm saying the dispute between you and your neighbor is a civil issue. The
Right.
right of way, she said she's gonna research and find out what exactly it is, and
Okay,
so, and we don't have an answer to that till she does her research.
well, I obviously have a right of way on that land, on that road, my driveway is
To
on
get to
that
your
road.
driveway, yeah.
Yes,
But if, are you parking on the right of way too?
I'm parking in my driveway where I'm supposed to be
All
parking.
right, okay, I'm just
I
asking.
could have had my driveway all the way down to the end of the street if I'd liked. I didn't want to deal with the hill, so I left it on the side of the trailer where it was. That doesn't mean they have the right to claim that property or block me.
Okay.
Okay, we will check
Yeah.
into the town's rights to the road and.
It was signed when I moved in here, there was no parking signs there.
Mhm. Who put them up? You
I don't know who
You
took them
don't know?
off.
I'm
That wasn't me.
I'm
I
just
mean, it
asking
needs
so
to
I
be
can get a
re-signed.
good understanding of the situation.
Yeah, it needs to be re-signed, and if that's the
Is
simple way to
Pat,
solve the
all right.
problem.
one second, Pat, is that discontinued Tappan Court now?
I don't know if it's discontinued. I know it got cut off when 16 went through, I believe.
Right,
Well, it's a dangerous road. You can tell by the grade of it that it'd be a difficult road to stop, and it's got a 10 or 12-foot drop-off right across the street, so it is dangerous.
yeah, okay,
But in my deed, it is listed as Tappan Street,
right.
meaning it's a public way, which gives me a right to have right-of-way on that public way anywhere I choose.
All right, well, we'll look into it, and
Appreciate that.
we'll get back to you. Did you want this application?
If it's not gonna do me any good this year, I've
Mr.
got one.
Todd, also keep in mind too, at a certain point, if your age becomes qualifying, I will talk to you about the other exemptions too.
Right, I hope to have some kind of help, because I'm gonna die before I get 65 if I don't.
Okay.
As I say, I've got medical issues I can't address because I don't have the money to address them.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, no
problem.
no need to apologize.
Social anxiety.
No need to apologize. John?
My name is John Cowish.
Oh, from the.
Last year, I approached the Board of Selectmen to approve the Moose Plate grant. I think I read to you maybe 6 months ago the results of that grant. If not, I'd like to read it to you now.
Okay.
This is from the Moose Plate Historical Resource people. This was another great application, and had there been more funding, your project would have been funded. I can only suggest that you reapply in 2016. So I'm reapplying now, and I need your signature again, updated signature.
Okay.
Now, I don't think that has to have approval from the board, other than a signature from the chair.
It wouldn't hurt to, have the board in
Do
back.
a vote then. Can you do a vote during public comment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Huh? I'll make a motion.
Oh, okay. You gonna bring it up, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna make a motion to approve the reapplying for the Moose Plate grant
For the Milton Town
for the
House.
Milton Townhouse
I'll second it.
For $7,500
for
with
75.
no matching funds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Printed name.
Same as how you, Tom.
Yeah.
Print,
Yep.
your position, sign, and date. If you want to read it, it's 47 pages.
No. I think we read it once before the first time
You
around.
did, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 7/3, yeah.
Thank you.
There you go, John. Good luck with that. Anyone else? Public comments? Eric, you look like you wanted to say something.
Eric Knapp. I just wanted to say that the informal gathering that Mike Gillo mentioned, I was there, and it was really good. It was a great discussion. The chairs were a little more comfortable than they are in here. There was coffee. But yeah, there were. Well,
Did they donate the coffee?
They did not. But I was happy to purchase my own coffee.
These chairs are comfortable, what are you talking about?
Those are comfortable. Yeah, there were, I think, 6 or 7 people there, and it was a great discussion.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be a good idea. So we gotta find ways to reach more people.
It can be anywhere. It can be
Yeah.
a Dunkin' Donuts,
An
it could be
outreach
even be.
program is gonna work good, being able to have somebody to be able to talk to one-on-one in an outreach type of situation.
Yeah, the formal setting, I think, actually helped set the tone a lot. People were sitting around rather than town
Right,
side, people's
right.
side. It was good.
And I agree, when you're in a formal setting, you're more guarded. I mean, just on both sides. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's more of a guarded scenario on both sides when you're in a
Yeah.
formal situation.
A little more open freely
Yep.
too.
Yep. So, thank you. Yes, Mr. McDougal.
I was also with the thing, it went very well. Maybe expanded not just selectmen, but fire chief, have him come chat about, anybody's got questions for the fire chief, the police chief.
Department, yeah.
Police department.
Yeah,
You know, Pat does a lot of work, you know, I hate to ask him to do something extra on a Saturday, but maybe Public Works, I'm thinking don't just consider limiting it
Yeah.
to, cause it did, I thought it did go over very well, it was, just a handful of people, and probably some weeks, sometimes you wouldn't have anybody there. Sometimes you might have, more people, and maybe
Right.
as we get more businesses in town, spread the wealth, don't just go to one, maybe, 1 week here, 1 week there, kind of thing. One meeting here, one meeting there, I don't wanna say every week you gotta do something.
right. No, I mean, that's a good idea, because I know there have been several situations where neighborhood watch has been brought up. And maybe that's something that could be talked about by the police chief or the police department, on an informal situation like that, so.
Especially with the drug epidemic that we're dealing with. So
Yes.
Be a lot of good forum on that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good, that's a good point, good idea. Anyone else? Mr. Brown?
Yeah, exactly on Larry Brown, on what Tom brought up, bringing in the more work for Pat. Also, for example, the budget committee. For example, we had 4 different forums by public minutes, by public hearing, by budget committee discussion, as to, for example, the first one that comes to mind, I think warrant number 6 for the school district, which was the 3-phase reconstruction of the roof at the elementary school. And people were still wondering what it meant, how much was going to be done, whether it was an actual bid, and what the dollar cost was. So that kind of additional information for discussion can't hurt. Second thing, I was looking through, planning just caught my ear earlier, what Mike was saying about beautification, and there are village districts which can be established for the care and planting of shade and ornamental trees, the construction, maintenance, and care of parks and commons, and the maintenance of activities for recreational promotion, which is a little bit different than the town beach, and it's something that might, you only need 10 people who want to do it, and the selectmen can take it up as a possibility for beautification.
Thank you, Larry Brown.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, not hearing any, gonna close the public comments. Any other business? Okay, before we adjourn though. Huh?
Does Andy still want to do this? Do you wanna go non-public after?
It's not
Yes,
public
yes.
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, thank you though, because I didn't want, before we we're going back in non-public. Before we non-public, I just want to remind the public out there to come out tomorrow and vote at the Milton Assembly of God Church downstairs from between the hours of 8 and 7, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So please come out and vote. Okay? With that being said, I'm going to make a motion to go back into non-public on the RSA 91A32, and I want to say it's A.
Second.
Gray, aye.
Full you aye.
Russ and I.
Hey. Don't